Hello, brothers and sisters. I presume we are all doing okay, and how great it is to thank the Almighty for this beautiful day. So, in today's lesson, we are going to talk about the CPU. I believe most of us have heard the name CPU around, and we have computers, we have laptops, but we don't really understand the main components of a computer. We don't understand everything that involves the computer or the laptop. So today we are going to look at this CPU so that we may understand what it does and what its function in the computer. So what is the CPU? The CPU in full, it is the central processing unit. From the word, the central processing unit, we already understand that it has some specific function, the central, right? So the central processing unit can also be called the microprocessor or the processor. And this CPU, it is the main chip in a computer. It processes instructions, it performs calculation, and it manages the flow of information through the computer system. So what does it do? In depth, what does it do? The CPU, it communicates with the input. We understand what the input is, the output, and the storage devices to perform tasks. From the introduction I've already given, we should all understand, like, whenever somebody asks you what is a CPU, tell that person that is the brain of a computer. In the same way, like when we are processing information, we have to use the brain. So whenever you understand, you are asked or you want to know the CPU, just understand it is the brain. It is the main chip in a computer. A computer cannot work without the CPU. That is as useful as dead. It cannot work. So this CPU, it is the brain of the computer. It manages the flow of information throughout the computer system. Whatever you do, that is, the CPU manages all that. The manufacturer and the speed of a computer. When we talk about the manufacturer, CPUs for personal computers are made by companies such as Intel, AMD, Cyrix, and Motorola. And Intel chips are the most popular. Even right now, when you look around the computers and the laptops we are using, most of them have the Intel badge on top of it. The blue, there's like a small blue something. It has the Intel. So the Intels are the most popular. And when we talk about the speed, each CPU generation is available in several speeds. And the CPU speed is a major factor in determining how fast a computer operates. So the faster the speed, the faster the computer operates. The speed of a CPU is measured in megahertz. I really want you to note that the speed of CPU is measured in megahertz, that is MHz, or millions of cycles per second. And when we talk about these laptops, these computers, they have generation. And each new generation of CPU is more powerful than the one that was before. So newer CPUs can process more instructions at a single time. You can have multiple tabs at a single time, right? So CPU's generation, they include the 486, the Pentium, which we are going to talk about, but we have older generations like the 386 and 486 generations, and they're right now absolute. They are absolute as they're not the Y2K compliant. So what are the types of the CPUs? We have the 486. Older computers use the 486 chips, and there are 4 types of the 486 chips. There is, we have the 486SX. This one does not include math coprocessors. No, it doesn't have that. Then we have the 486DX. It includes math coprocessors to speed up the performance of complex math calculations. Then we have the 48DX2. It performs twice as fast as the 486DX. Then we have the 486DX4, which performs 3 times fast as the 486DX2. And now we have the Pentium. The Pentium chip is ideal for computers using Windows 3.1 and Windows 9.5, and the Pentium chips are available with speeds of 200, 300, 633, and 733 millions of cycles per second. And even the speeds can go to 1.6 GH7, right? So let me just give a tip. Whenever you're buying a new computer, don't consider anything that is less than a Pentium chip, because that one is not going to help you in any case. It will not help you. So whenever you buy, you have to consider, is it a Pentium? So if it's a Pentium, now you can increase from there. You go to the Pentium Pro and exit from there. So we have the Pentium Pro, and this Pentium Pro, it is ideal for computers that use powerful operating system such as Windows, NX, and Unix, and most of them are available right now. Intel, in current development, it has added the multimedia extensions. There is the MM6 to the Pentium and the Pentium Pro chips. That is why right now most computers, you can see they have the graphics, they can do the video, the PS, the Photoshops, such kinds of thing, because the Intel has developed and it has added the multimedia extensions. This has dramatically improved the performance of multimedia tasks, such as the processing of graphics, videos, and of sounds. So in conclusion, you can increase the processing power of a computer by replacing the CPU chip with a new one. So CPUs can be replaced. However, you cannot upgrade all CPUs chips. So there are those CPUs that you can go for upgradation. They can be upgraded, but not all of them. And you can change the CPU in your computer to get another CPU. Even if you upgrade an old chip, the rest of your computer may not be as fast enough to make it worthwhile. In this situation, the only best option you have to do is to buy a new computer. I believe you have understood what the CPU is. It is the brain of the computer. So in the next lesson, we are going to talk about the storage devices. We are going to talk about the bytes, and we are going to understand more about what a computer is. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more. Thank you.